Alright, what's up guys? It's Team Movement right over here, and we're going to be doing a deck profile on Justice! Dimensional Police, Dimensional Robos. Alright guys, so the extra boost is finally out, and finally we have some new play toys for our robots. Yes, Kote will be proud of us. This deck is more fun. It's more saggier than it was before. Oh man, this is hilarious. Alright, this is a new starter. His skill is Generation Break 1. Put him into Soul. Your Vanguard gains 4K if it's Dimensional Robo. But gains also a new skill. If it hits, choose one of your opponent's rear guard and retire it. He's really good. He does what Die Magnum does, but better, because you can retire a unit if you hit. More likely he's not gonna hit. He's mostly there to get into the soul for this guy's skill. The Legion. Still play the Legion. Why? The Legion's amazing. What does he do? He does what the Break Ride does. He does his previous form. Except he doesn't have triple drive. But that's what he got Strive for. His skill is this. When he's in Legion and you have 3 or more dimensional robos in the soul, which he helps, grade 1, grade 2, him, skill. He gains a crit. When your mate has a crit, which is Daikaiser, which he has a crit when he's at Limit Break 4, when he has 3 or more dimensional robos in the soul, he gains the ability to break guard when you drive to a grade 3. It's amazing, it's sacky, it makes opponents salty, and now this deck can do it even more consistent. We'll get there when we get to the grade 2s. Plus he Legions, so it's not bad. And now that having a crit is great. Other grade 3 is 3 Ultimate Great Daikaiser. Why? Because he's the mate. You only play 3. Because you don't want to ride him. He's the worst grade 3 ride. I'm not gonna lie, he's awful. Don't ride him unless you want to lose, or shits and giggles. But his skill is when he has 3 or more dimensional robos in the soul, he gains a crit, and when he attacks, he gains 2K. So that's pretty much it. And then finally, the Break Ride. Pretty much the whole goal is ride the Break Ride. Watch you as your opponent is afraid to hit you. And then finally, win. His skill is this, Counterblast 1. Your Vanguard gains 10K in a crit, and if they try to take a grade 3, break guard. So pretty much, you can combo both the skill off with 1 grade 3. Try to take 1 grade 3. And say they double perfect guarded you. His skill goes out first, retire the first perfect guard. His skill, Counterblast 1. Retire the other perfect guard. Swing, hit. That's 3 crits to the face. Amazing. Grade 2s. You don't care about your grade 2s. Your grade 2s are pretty much rides or rear guards. I play 4 12K attackers. Sorry guys, they're not the foil ones. I don't have them anymore. I have to play the sad rare ones. 4 of this thing. Remember when I was telling you about this guys? That now you can get drive to grade 3s more often? Well, this guy, he does that for you. Generation Break 1. It's an act ability. Choose a grade 3 dimensional robo in your drop zone, put it at the top of your deck, shuffle it. Your Vanguard gains 4K, and if it hits, Counterblast 1, and you draw a card. So you don't care about that. You care more about is putting grade 3s back. That way when you Legion, you put more triggers back. And then you call 2 of these bad boys and just, pump up your Vanguard and hit more grade 3s. And finally, 2 of the promo. Why? Because say you're fighting Kagero and they retire your starter and you don't draw the breaker and you have to ride the Legion first. You can just call them to rear guard, use this skill, Counterblast 1, give your Vanguard plus 4K, and Vanguard hits, retire a unit. He's just there to just build soul. He's just really much there. 3 perfect guards, specifically dimensional robos. You can play the new cosmic heroes to unflip damage, but honestly, you don't counterblast that much. He counterblasts 1. He counterblasts when you break ride. You're never gonna use his skill to draw a card, and his skill once in a blue moon. So honestly, you don't counterblast that much. I played 1 Quit the Wall just to make it easier to Legion. Since the dimensional robos don't build drop zone that easily. Play 4 delimiters. Why? That way I can break ride early, or if I'm losing and I had to ride him, call him to rear, I have that crit at 2 damage. And make the break ride easier, and make the Legion just more viable. It makes it easier. 2 10K attackers. Early game rush. And then finally, the actual deck. Command the Laurel. What does he do? You don't know what he does. When the Vanguard hits, rear guard or Vanguard, rest 4 units, Vanguard booster, or the other 4 units, your Vanguard restands. That's devastating when you break right, because you have a crit. It's devastating with him, because he has a crit. And it's broken with stride. It's just amazing. Like, restand, triple drive again, like, your hand gets big. The Metro Police finally have something that they've always been lacking. A hand. We never have a hand. Triggers. 4 draw triggers. Standard. Finally, you can play all dimensional Robo triggers. 8 crits. Specifically all dimensional Robos. And finally, 4 heals. Amazing. And then we're gonna go to the strides. I'm gonna get to him second. All right, we're gonna start off with X Tiger. His skill is this. When you stride with him, flip a copy of him face up. For every face up G unit on your field, in your G zone, he gains 4K. And if this unit swings for 45 or higher, he gains a crit. So pretty much, it's not that hard to pump him up, especially with him. He's gonna be your first stride, and you're gonna flip a copy of Die Earth first. You're gonna see why when I get to Die Earth. Die Earth. His skill is this. It's an act ability. So it's pretty much Counterblast 2. Choose a face down copy of himself, flip it face up, and you pretty much call a grade 2 and a grade 3 to rear guard. So pretty much you can just get a decent field for free with him. And when he's your Generation Break 2 stride, pretty much is when you flip a copy of him face up and you have 2 face up G units, he gains a crit. Really good. And pretty much the whole combo is stride to him first, flip a copy of him, plus 4K, second stride, him, flip him face up, skill, crit, and then finally you have 1, 2, 3, 4, stride him again, flip a copy of whoever you want, and now he's huge with a crit. And then Command the Laurel plays. Amazing. One of the generic guy, his skill is if he's 37 or higher, if you hit retire unit, it's whatever. One Dark Superman, he's great against a lot of decks that don't like rush, such as Link Joker. A lot of decks don't like rush. A lot of decks don't like just like, all right, I'm at 4 damage or 3 damage early. You stride into him, they go down to 11 or 9. Now all your rear guards are big, and now either their hands get gone or they're gonna lose that game. You could play X Falcon, but in this deck it's really hard to pump them up to those numbers to be 45. So you don't play X Falcon. But alright guys, that's 2 movements, and that's gonna be our deck profile for Dimensional Robos. Signing off.